Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Complete Wedding Podcast. My name is Gabby, and I really hope that this podcast has been helping you with your wedding planning. We work really hard to deliver the best content to you because we really care. If you want to share your stories or suggest topics for future episodes, please DM me on Instagram at CompleteMVP. I will be more than happy to look at all your messages. I really do love hearing from you. Now today, I want to talk about the worst things to DIY for your wedding. Weddings get a bit pricey, and this will push a lot of brides to turn to DIY. Will trying to save money turn your wedding from personal and Pinterest board worthy to cheap and backyard themed? Here are the top 5 things to leave to the professionals, which will keep your wedding classy and beautiful. Number 1, day of planning. You choose to forgo a wedding coordinator thus far. However, on the day of the wedding, you do not want to worry about putting the place cards on the table or why the caterer is 10 minutes late. The bride and groom's primary job is to relax, get ready, and focus on the upcoming vows or pictures. Rushing around and putting the final touches on everything costs you a lot of joy on your happy day and may make you late for the event. Save yourself the stress and get so much more out of your wedding day with the day of coordinator. Number 2. Hair and makeup. One of the most common DIYs that brides choose to cut wedding costs is doing your own hair and makeup. This is a big mistake, even if you are a beauty guru or professional hairstylist. Doing your own makeup as a bridesmaid or for prom is not as important as your wedding day, and if your eyeliner is smudged, it is not that noticeable. However, as the bride and center of attention, a hair that falls out of place is seen by everyone and is photographed hundreds of times. You cannot see your hair or face from every angle, so it is impossible to create a perfect look without missing a spot. Choosing not to pay a professional hair and makeup artist ruins some of your pictures and distracts your eyes from the other things you worked so hard on. Number 3. Food. Your favorite homemade dish or secret family recipe may be amazing during the holidays, but it is not well suited for your big day. Relying on mom or yourself to provide for everyone may cause trouble if someone has an emergency come up and the food is not done in time. Even if nothing goes wrong, preparing food is time-consuming leading up to the days prior, and your focus is on something more important than if the recipe will turn out right. A caterer is accustomed to the high pressure of fulfilling multiple orders in a short amount of time, and they have the space and tools necessary to do so. They can also provide more variety for your picky friends and give you the extra time you need to relax. Number 4. Cake. Rustic-themed weddings leave a lot of people with the idea that a DIY cake is an easy way to cut costs. Your cake is not something you should take into your own hands, though, unless you are a professional baker. Cutting the cake draws a lot of attention and makes for a portion of the reception pictures. Subpar decorating will be noticed immediately, especially in photographs. It is difficult to focus on the moment with your new spouse if you are too busy staring at the misshapen rows you couldn't get quite right. New equipment is usually needed, and multiple practice runs have to be conducted to avoid catastrophe. Nothing compares to the disappointment in having too little cake, or the icing melting off before it can be delivered and photographed. You need a fresh cake, so it is normally made the day before or the day of the wedding. There is not much time for the couple or the family to focus on putting together a tiered cake. There is nothing worse than being late for pictures or makeup because you were too focused on the fact that your icing was not coming out thick enough. Another concern is who would deliver the cake and where will it be stored. Wedding cake vendors have the appropriate means to cool, chill, and store a cake, as well as professionals to move it without it being damaged. Cut the stress by leaving this time-consuming project to the professionals who have the right tools to give you that Instagram-worthy cake. Number 5. Music. Pulling out a speaker and plugging in a playlist is easy enough to do. It's a good way to boost a gathering into a party at someone's house. But is it right for the entertainment at your reception? A DJ or band provides more than just music. They have a presence and take into account how to blend songs together or read the mood of the room to fit what everyone wants. It makes a huge difference for your reception to have someone that is able to entertain your guests and keep everyone happy, including you. Weddings require a lot of time and money, and planning a wedding on a budget can become difficult. It isn't impossible, though. DIY is great to turn to for some of your wedding items, but avoiding these 5 things will greatly improve your guest experiences and make your big day more like a fairy tale than a chore. And that brings me to the end of this episode. If you like what you're hearing and want to hear more, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you want to share any wedding planning stories with me, you can DM me on Instagram at CompleteMVP. My name is Gabby, and I want to thank each and every one of you for listening to the Complete Wedding Podcast. Hope to see you here next time.